Now, I'm gonna swing on my shaders. Here we go. You excited? You all excited? I bet you're all excited. Turn up the volume. Boom. Wow. Hold on, hasn't loaded. It is all completely white, so it might look better without the shaders. And indeed it does. So this is what I have done over the last couple of days, years, millions of days. I've made a snowy biome. Kinda. I only say kinda because, as you'd see. But what I do have going at the moment, I am fascinated by. I'm intrigued by. You know, we have these big mountain peaks, with trees going around it, bring a nice contrast, bring a nice scale. I don't know if I want to use the word of scale, but it just looks better with the trees. And I think I am actually going to leave the water here, like that, the way it is right now. And then I'm going to bring ice around here. The sand is questionable on whether it should stay or not. But for right now, it's not making me annoyed. So I'm going to leave it there for a while. Just a little while. There. So I'm using my tree tool just to plant them. It comes with podzol, so like if I were to mine this, as you can see, podzol can't be found. Because I knew that when I was starting this off, that it wasn't going to look great immediately. There's a lot of powdered snow. I did a test earlier by simply just walking around without boots. Turns out, did you guys know you can actually go underneath powdered snow when you're wearing boots? This might be a thing that everyone knows. I'm fairly sure Cop Fan uses it for his minigame. But I either forgot or didn't know. I'm gonna say forgot. It makes me feel better. But apparently you can like go underneath it, and then you can find like little pockets like this, and you can essentially go swimming. Obviously, I don't think you'd last long in survival. So yeah, I'm just placing some trees. It's coming along very well. I'm glad I'm doing this. I'm kind of sad that this isn't, you know, the Croptopian Islands. I don't know what I'm going to do for that mod. At the current moment, you can just find all the crops behind or in the industrial site. And to be honest, I'm not too bothered about that. But this is where you're going to come for snow, ice, maybe calcite? I'd like it so that you could get powdered snow, but they only come in bucket form. So I don't even know what would happen if you mined powdered snow. Oh, by the way, I've come to learn the differences. They're very obvious now. Look at that texture, that's regular snow. Look at that texture, it's powdered snow. It's very obvious now. Oh yeah, this is one of the moments when you can go down. Oh. It's kind of tricky sometimes. So yeah, I'm gonna keep going. Yeah, we'll be back soon. This looks great. I'm glad I'm doing this. It does kind of make me want to make an entire island for the mesa and desert. And then if I was to do that on the Shelby County Island, I probably would remove the mesa and desert and put in a giant mountain range. A similar mountain to this. I don't know, it's all a questionable thing, to be honest with you. I like it though, I like how this is looking. I'm about to show you a feature so small, it's not even really there. I should actually come way out into the ocean. Way more out into the ocean. But do you see this right here where it says biome? Right, just keep an eye on that. Okay, now watch when I do it again. Okay, no. Now, look at that, you see it? See it? You see it right there? It says snowy taiga. That is such a small detail, 90% of people will not pick up on. Or think to check. But I'll tell them. You best believe I will. And this hole is set up also with the set biome. Wait a minute. Is that natural forming ice? Course! That's natural forming ice! Oh my god. Look at the water. Look at it? Are you looking at it? I don't think you're looking at it. I don't think you're looking at it. Sirs and ma'ams. Yeah, I'm gonna need to do the water itself. That is interesting. Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna bring this island way back there like I said I was going to, just because I want it to stay unique and different and such. Why are there so many frames lost? And why is it framing? Oh, this is gonna be tricky to do, like 100%. But the thing is, I can do large numbers. Freakishly large numbers. Apparently when I look at the set biome area, it like lags. And the other half of this island is not done yet, but I'll also be doing this in the mesa and the desert. It won't add much, but it'll add something. If there was any grass around here, it would change the grass. I know if it started to rain here, it would actually snow. So that's like one of the positives. I'm going all in. Looked a lot further when I was doing it. I'm going all in. I'm going to make an Alti Island. Alti Island? Alti Island. Yeah, an ultimate mountain range, general land kind of mountain. Now I know the cruise ship is going to be there, but that's fine. Oh, it's not for another thousands of blocks away, so... And what I mean by that, I'm absolutely going to hate it in about a couple of days, is basically I'm going to have more mountains, and it's actually going to go from cold, and it's going to maybe smoothen out, and then I'd like it to go just general mountains. Oh, well, that's a sign. No, we're not stopping. I'm gonna hate myself in a day. I am. I'm going to hate myself. But I looked through all the lists for Shelby County and the general world, and I'm almost basically done with everything, essentially. And I want to keep myself busy until February. And that island only took me about 4 days? Not actually 4 days, but... yeah. And I'm sick and tired of looking at everything else and making wimpy islands. So, I'm not going to make a wimpy island this time, Mom. I'm going to make the biggest island ever in humankind, besides Vixen and Glitchenberg, which I'm sure we'll have room for. It doesn't even matter if, like, Vixen or Glitchenberg needs to go to next to one of these. I know Glitchenberg, I think Glitch said that that's like a colder island, so there's like a lot of snow. So it'd be perfect to go near this island. And as you can see, I made a big mama this time. Like in the last episode, or the last bit, I said I would plan out the next mountain, and then do the island. Because I did it the other way around, and I felt very constrained to the island's shape. And I made that very steep. Look at how steep that is. That's on purpose, it's not just because I wanted to reach the ground really quickly. Although that is the definition of steep. So I guess I did want to reach the ground very quickly. Now, so we're gonna have this giant snow area. That's gonna go, by the way, that's gonna go for a while. And then there's just gonna be generic snowlands, and then there's inland that's gonna flatten out. And then for Mesa and Desert, I suppose I could, if I wanted to, I guess at this point I probably should, give them an island. I mean, I can't be the only one that thinks it's a little strange having a desert chunk and a mesa chunk. If the island was 5 times bigger, sure. But even then, it's very awkward. Because usually a biome would, like, drift off, like, very slowly, or be just bigger. I don't know. I'm just not happy with it. And I know I'm not. So it's like, why try to pretend like I am? So, this is what I'm doing. I'm gonna do the water later. Again, I'm gonna do the water later. Because it's just so much easier. This one I can definitely do as sand. But I'm just there it is. There's the big boy. Feels weird to say. Oh, God. I mean, I know I thought the other one was a little lackluster. Um, um, but this one is going places. And it's making sure you know that it's going places. I mean, like, look at how high this one is compared to probably the other one. Let's get the peak of this one, because the peak is way up here. I mean, this is going to be above the clouds for regular people, because I have my cloud height changed. See, this is more like what I wanted the actual one to be. Before this video goes any further, I'm really happy with what I've done, and I've shown it to a couple of people. They seem to like it. A couple of people outside of the community, you know, like my brother and my mother. So, I mean, like, that one's 253 or so. This one's peak, because I think this is the high end. This one's only... Oh my god, this one's only, like, 211. Oh. Right. You see, now, I've fallen, and I definitely... See, I know there's another problem as well. That people are eventually going to get stuck in one of these pockets. One, because they're absolutely everywhere. And I'm actually not worried about them dying. If they die, great. Good news. But the thing I'm actually worried about is this. Do you get what I'm going for? I'm worried that they're going to dig it out. So, there will have to be an important notice said, you know, before you come here, make sure, you know, you have the correct equipment. This one's like Everest now, apparently. I mean, this one's going too tall for probably anyone's good. But I suppose that will really draw the people here. My god, it's tall. It doesn't need to be that tall. It really doesn't. But I know it won't take me that long. Like, it looks like it would take you a really long time, but it really won't once I just get cracking. Cracking like stone. Ha, got him. Also, really do hope that all of you, or at least some of you, watched the time-lapse at the start of this video, because I really loved it. I loved editing it. Hope it didn't come out choppy, because it looked pretty choppy in places in DaVinci Resolve, which is the editing program that I use. Unfortunately, you can't see any of the grass. There is some set biome grass down there. Wow, the frames. Oh god. Server might need a restart. I think it might actually need a restart. But if we can just ignore the frames for a moment being absolutely crap. I love how this looks. It looks nice and big and slopey. The next one's going to be much bigger. Much more like this. Because I do want just a land like this. And also, news on the Mesa and Desert front. I've talked to Glitch and it turns out he does hate it. The way that I just have 2 biomes placed on the main island. So that's really good news for me. Because if I was the only one disliking it, then I would probably just leave it. Just because, you know, majority vote, whatever. But now, the co-owner hates it. I'm gonna make a new island. Just like this, for the Mesa and Desert. However, the current Mesa and Desert will be staying until the new Mesa and Desert is complete. Just so then, when I do the survival, which is next week, test, next weekend, then they're actually just there. But obviously then in the final version, when I'm starting to invite very important people, or VIPs as I do like to call them, and they can actually go to the new island. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm surprised I built this. I really kind of am. Very happy with it. I do not know how this is going to turn out. I did shorten the island so it doesn't go as far, but it goes out pretty much as far. And this will be the last mountain on this island, which now I'm kind of wishing was way over there. Just like a couple thousand more blocks more. But I suppose 2 mountains right in between each other gives that really nice valley feel, which I do like to have. This clip has been going for 7 minutes already, so I'm going to leave you go. Guys, join me in the next episode of Nature Craft, where we shall craft some more nature. So once you're in it, there's no way you're going to get. Doesn't that seem just a little cruel? You can't jump out of it. Wow, yeah, completely doomed. I really do have to mine this. Or, I suppose, I'm gonna regret this decision. Huh. I guess I'll give people buckets then for their starter kit. Yeah, it's kind of everywhere. Okay, bye bye.